We are
Hey,
live.
yeah. Hey. How's everybody doing today? How you doing, Shell?
I'm okay.
Been a whirlwind trip for you?
Yeah, still not home. I'm still in Oregon. After this show, I'm going to go up to Idaho for a few days and visit some cousins and go to a cousin's wedding party. She got married during the pandemic. And so there was no party or anything. So she's doing that on Saturday and then going to come back down here, pick up the rest of my stuff, and then start driving back down to Arizona. So by next week's show, just right before next week's show, I should be at home in my studio again.
Cool. Cool.
So that's the plan, is to get there like the night before and do my show in my studio that the next week. So we're going to stop in some places on the way down. We're going down a different way than we came up. So we're going to see some more stuff. That's our plan. So how are you?
Well, it's been one of those weeks for me too. I had my brother here. He'd been in Florida, stopped off in Wisconsin, then he spent the last 10 days with me. So I've had people in and out. He's had, reunions and things going on with his friends and extra family around. So, yeah, what a week. Hey, Marie, how are you? So, today is all about Pick a Stick Challenge. And if you guys are in the Facebook group, you know that we do this each month. And for the month of July, it was my turn to pick the sticks. So I just go in and pull the sticks, and these are the random picks for the month of July. And when you post yours, be sure and remember to use the hashtag PASC 2021 or PASC July 2021, something so that we can find it. And I guess it'd be, what is it? July is January, February, March, April, May. 0721.
Yeah.
PASC 0721 would be another one that you could use where people could find you. Anyway, and post in the group. We've got that folder in the group for you to post in, and that's where you're going to find all the year long in the group. If you want to have, what we've been doing all year long, there's that folder of photos in Art Joy is Sharing group. So check it out. So the colors this month are red and aqua. And so I pulled some ink in those colors because the first step is ink. What are you going to use?
The only ink that I have that's even remotely close with me is this StazOn Midnight Blue. So I'm going to use that, but I'm going to do it well. So the first three things, right? The first three steps are ink, stamp, and monoprint. So I'm gonna use this ink to stamp on this gel plate and then monoprint it.
Ah, good plan.
That's my plan
I
because
want to
that's
say
like,
I want to say hello to the other gals that are joining us. I see Andrea and Kathleen just jumped in here too. So hey,
hello, hello.
happy Thursday and Pick a Stick Challenge Day.
So for the colors, I picked ocean and Sedona and sky of the colors for acrylic paint of the colors that I brought with me. So these are the Dina Wakley heavy body paints. I brought them because they're small and they have the little, tips that it's easy to travel with. So I got those for the colors. And I guess I'm just going to get started.
I think those are great colors. I love Dina's paints, and it is a great paint to travel with. You're absolutely right. Yep. Good morning, Terry. We're glad you're here with us. Oh, and you got some awesome looking stamps there too.
These are the 3 stamp sets I brought with me. I've got some circles. I've got some kind of just textures, and then I've got one that has some text as well. You know, I'm throwing things in. Who knows what I need? I'm leaving for a month, you know? It's like, chew. Trying not to take everything in the entire studio, but have enough that I can, you know, work. So looks like it's going to be some sort of circles, I guess, because I've got circles, and circles. And then I also have some little junk tools that I brought with me that are more circles and one square. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay, well, one of the circular things that I pulled out is my circle gel plate. Since we're going to have to monoprint, so I've got that for a circle. I also pulled out my 5x7 because these are good if you're gonna. I'm working in a small. What is this? This is a Diane Reevely journal, and I want to start off because the first thing is ink. I think I'm going to start with. I had a pen out here. Where to go? I'm going to start with this. I've got this bamboo pen, and I've got a palette of stuff out that I've been working with. I've got some Higgins black ink, and I'm going to use that ink to just start playing on here.
Oh, I forgot to get a baby.
Because it's all about the play here today. Okay, so I got my ink down. I can almost fit that in the frame there. Good morning, Nell. How are you? And I also want to add some thin lines. So I've got my Pilot Multi-Ball, which is another ink. So just laying down some ink in the background. This is a gessoed page to start with. Next, it says stamp. So I'm going to use those colors that I pulled out, and I'm going to just grab some stamps I got here on my desk. This is random. This is a stamp in the hand stamp. We just had the 4th of July, so I think that this is a fun image. It also reflects that round shape.
So I need a brayer. That's what I need. So I figure if I've got this permanent ink on there, that I should be able to add my acrylic paint, and I should be able to pull it up. This is my theory. It's been a while since I did this. So I'm just gonna brayer on the red and the blue. Maybe a little white over the top of that because it doesn't seem like it's very much. I don't know if that might have been a mistake, but we'll see. Just wanted to make sure that there was something on there for that ink to grab onto. So then I have a few pieces of paper over here. So I'm in Oregon, right? So there are all kinds of plants and things around that I don't have in Arizona. I don't have leafy plants and flowery plants. I've got cactuses that have spikes on them, and they're not really great for eco dyeing. So I thought, while I'm here, I'll grab one of these big stock pots and I'll do some eco dyeing. So I got some regular printer paper. I got a bunch of different plants from the yard, and I made sandwiches with them. I folded the paper, I put the plants in between, stacked them all on top of each other, tied them all down really tight. Then I put them in a big pot with some water and a little bit of coffee and a green tea bag, and I boiled them. then boiled them and boiled them and boiled them. And then I let them dry. And guess what happened? Nothing.
Oh no.
I got basically nothing. So they didn't. I totally failed at this whole eco printing situation. I don't know what I did wrong. I didn't like go and do research beforehand. I just thought, oh yeah, you just boil the plants. So these pieces of paper are the papers, some of the papers that I used. And as you can see, there's a little bit of stuff on there, but it's not much. It's not enough to care about. So I figured I would just grab these. They do look aged. They do look old now instead of just printer paper out of the printer because they're stained. But yeah, I figured I'd use them and make a few little monoprints with them. So because this is the small plate that I have. I think this is a 3x5. That's what I've got. So I also thought with the ink, I could use a stencil too. So here's some stencils that I brought with me. I want to use this one. I haven't used it yet. Urgh. Attack of the stencils. Because you could put the stencil down and you could take your ink and some sort of spongy sponge, and you could sponge through the stencil, right?
You could.
So that's another way to use ink. Another option would have been acrylic ink, which I absolutely love. However, did not bring it with me. So you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit, right?
Amen. Amen.
That's the whole motto.
That's the motto.
Biggest
That's our mantra.
Yeah. You just get what you get. No complaining. And I apparently brought enough stuff, just enough stuff, to be able to do something. So even with absolutely random picked things that I didn't even see until this morning because I had to have my friend print it out for me because I didn't even see the steps. So it's not like I know what I'm doing. I don't.
So I am cleaning this stamp because I did use paint, and you don't want paint to build up on your rubber.
Right.
So I am cleaning that off a little bit. It's not pristine, but it's better than it was. And I have another image here. I think I'll go to ink for that. And I'll just lay that down, get an impression. I'm just building layers for a background right now. Nothing fancy. I'm just following the steps that were issued here. And
that's what I'm doing too.
I'm going to add something to that. I'm going to add.
Now, because I have such a small plate here, I could actually print it directly into my journal if I wanted to. But I thought it might be more clear and interesting to print it onto paper and then to use those papers as my background. So that's my plan.
And she's sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it. Where did my stamps go? I'm getting a stack here already of things I can't find. Just like home.
Yeah.
I've got two so far, so I'm going to make a few more.
Hey, good morning, Laura. How are you today? How's the move been for you?
This alphabet one. Come out there.
So I'm going to clean. I don't usually do that. I'm going to clean that layer off because I want to come back with my ink pad. I'm going to come back with my ink pad on here. And I don't want that paint on there. So I'm just going to ink it up. Going to hit it with texture plate. See if I can stamp some of that off. See if I can stamp this off before it dries.
Stays on smells good. Of all the weird things. You know, most of the time I'm complaining about things being too stinky or too chemically smelly. Yeah, but I think Stays on ink actually smells good. I don't know if they put something in it to make it smell good or what, but
I don't know.
saying.
I'm of a different opinion about Stays On.
You don't like the smell of it? I think
I
it's
don't
really
like the smell of it.
I guess I'm weird.
No. I mean, there's people that love the smell of their, what is it? Those, what are those pens that everybody uses? Oh, good grief. I can't even think of the name. Somebody help me out here.
The alcohol pens, like
No, they're what are they? The permanent pens that everybody uses all the time.
Sharpies.
Sharpies.
Oh, I don't like the smell of that at all.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
People like the smell of that.
Yeah, people actually sniff Sharpies because they like the smell of it. And I'm saying, no.
Yuck.
Not for me. Thank you very much.
That's a no for me. Just a big no, no, no. Let's get some more of this red. It's not really a red.
Sharpie would be an alcohol ink, right? There are
Yeah,
alcohol
it's a solvent-based ink. I don't know.
Oh, solvent. Okay, well, we don't know. We
Not sure
don't
which
know.
solvent. Alcohol is a solvent, so it could
Yeah.
be. Who knows?
So let's get a couple more prints on here.
Like you do.
And then we'll see where we are with all of this.
We need another piece of paper. Here we go.
That was that was
Laura says she's doing moving day. She's moving.
Yeah, she's been moving into a new place. It's a lot of work. All right, now like this pen. There we go. So we did monoprint, we did brayer. So next is dark. Actually,
I'm still monoprinting. I'm having fun with it, so I'm just going to keep doing it.
Go for it. If you're having fun, I'd say go for it. So the next thing for me, since she's still monoprinting, is dark. So that means I go back to a dark ink sort of thing. And what have I got? Dark dash right sponge. So I'm not going to worry about the white in the black background because, yeah, don't know where I'm headed yet.
Who knows? Could be anywhere.
I'm thinking that I should get one of those pens. What have I got here? I've got
stinky pens,
an ink pen. I've got stuff out, but it's not what I'm looking for. I want a permanent. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a Pen Gear permanent marker. I think I got these at the dollar store. And I think they also carry them at Walmart. So they're relatively cheap. Oh, coffee. Yes. I have my coffee here now. I'm just getting to it.
So here's my
And,
roll.
oh, that is so good. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is with dark, I'm going to use a dark pen. And I'm just going to start drawing.
It could be fun. However, I think another fun thing to do is to like start with half your plate with some paint on it. Well, it's not very much paint, is it? Maybe a little bit more. And then you can take your stamp or whatever you're going to use, and you can transfer it from one side to another, which is kind of fun. I don't really have a lot of paint though on there, so I don't know if you guys can see. And then you can pick it up with another layer. I use a little bit of that, a little bit of this. I had a Diet Coke this morning instead of tea. That's what I was given. All right, that one's a little dark. Can't really see much of the red, but it's interesting. Anyways, let's try that again. We'll do it with some stamps this time. Instead of one of my mark making doohickey mababas. Get a little bit down here. That real turquoise color. And then I'll take this one. I'm going to go kablunk, 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 kablunk. And you get kind of this split situation going on, which is interesting. And then you can also take your paper and just get rid of the rest of that if you want to, so you don't waste. Definitely got to clean this though, because if you get acrylic on stamping things, you need to clean them right away, or else throw them in a bucket of water. Either way.
Yep.
Oh, that just smooshed. Big smoosh. It was the big smoosh. You know what that means, don't you? Too much paint. That's what that means. If you smoosh, you got too much paint.
Okay, so that was dark. You know, I think I'm going to continue with dark. Got plenty of time here. I think I'm going to do some filling in and just isolate these areas.
I probably should stop monoprinting and move on. Shouldn't I?
Well, we still have quite a bit of time.
No, I like it. So here's how I brought my little plate. This is a Dina Wakley metal tin that had scribble sticks in it. It's perfect for storing your plates. I could put two, some smaller ones in there, but I just brought just this one, so it's gonna not get damaged or
Good
squished.
idea. That's a great idea.
You could even store them that way at home if you've thrown away your plastics because you didn't get the memo that you were supposed to save them. Don't know anyone who that might have happened to, but if that happened to you,
Any metal tin will do. You know, I've got the old metal tins from other things that I have recycled and used for that purpose. You just want to protect it so it doesn't get cut or something sat on it, or, you know. Absolutely. Good plan.
good plan. If you find one, just bring it.
Well, this pen
Yeah, if you have one, that's fine. I don't have anything, so.
I might have to switch to something else if it
That'll
does.
work, even though I usually use metal ones, but it's okay. Thanks. I'm good. I had to tear some papers.
I can't believe that you didn't bring one.
I didn't. I had to get a ruler so that I could use my papers efficiently. I'm going to tear that one in half too. I might use this one too. So now that these papers are so damaged from being boiled and soaked and, you know, they tear really easily.
I bet they do.
But they did not get any eco prints on them. I'm really mad. Like, come on. I tried all different types of plants, so I don't think it was that. I think it was something I did wrong. I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to put vinegar in it or something.
Yeah, vinegar's a good idea because it helps the color set.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to that piece? It just went flying. Dang it. Oh, there it is.
But you have easy tear paper.
Yes, I do, and it looks very aged and interesting, so at least there's that. Oh my gosh. I just want things to stop flying away. They keep flying away.
Hi, Barbara.
This morning I was trying to get ready to leave the summer house, which that's what I'm calling it, which is my father-in-law moved with us, and so his house is empty here in Oregon, and so all of the family's just been kind of going there for retreats or whatever, so we're now calling it the summer house, which is kind of funny, but I didn't want to leave it, dirty, so I was looking around at what I should clean up before I leave, and I realized that the area that I was working in the kitchen had tons of little pieces of paper all over the floor. And, I've been trying to contain it. I really have. But the paper just explodes out of me.
Yeah.
So I had to sweep. And then I realized that nobody else has swept in a while. I'll tell you that. All right, so I have a lot of little pieces of paper that I monoprinted. That's a good start. I think I'm going to try to use just a little bit more of this red. So this is my roll-off paper. Sometimes roll-off paper is just gorgeous. And that's all there is to it. and you just want to use it. So I'm sure here at my friend's parents' house, I'm sure that I've been leaving little bits of paper everywhere, and it's probably terribly embarrassing. So before I leave today, I'm going to make sure that I cleaned it up.
It's only embarrassing when it sticks to the bottom of your shoe and you're walking out of the house.
Well, that could certainly happen easily. It does have acrylic on it after all. And I see that I keep dropping them and I have to get up, pick them up. So, geez, what a mess. What a mess. Let's get these things stuck down. Stop messing around. So this is a Dilutions Dialogue journal. And I'm going to use some matte medium to glue all these little bits down for my background. Does that sound like a good plan?
I think so.
I'm going to have to find a brush though. What a mess. Now I've got paper everywhere. Come on, all you little bits of paper. Get out of my way so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Get in there for now. There's my brush. All right. I knew there was one here somewhere. It just got buried.
So my brother was cracking me up because he is turning 80 this year. And he still rides his Harley. And he was scaring me because he was getting this thing down off of, he was towing it because he's got to go back to Oregon. He was towing it behind his truck. And, you know, this is an 800-pound machine that you have to balance and get off of a trailer. And I said, how on earth, you know, is this your death wish or what?
Maybe he wants to go out on a Harley.
I don't know. Well, you know, my brothers were always very adventuresome. He was, the last job he had was a marine engineer on shipboard and teaching. He actually taught kids marine engineering in Job Corps. So, you know, he'd go out on ships and a lot of different kinds of ships. He had a sailboat himself. He wouldn't go out in the open ocean in the sailboat because it was a small boat and he, you know, not the thing to do, but he'd do the inside passages. But even that, you know, if you're out in the middle of the sound and you've got a squall come up, it's pretty dangerous. And he had some experiences because I think it was taking him about 5 hours to get across the sound. And something can come up real easily.
Seems like dangerous stuff to me.
Yeah.
You know, people do stuff, you know.
Well, he does. I guess at his age you can do whatever you want to do, but you know, I was watching him bring this bike down and put it back up on this trailer. Don't know about this. Just don't know about this. Because, you know, 800-pound bike, it goes down. I wasn't sure if we could get that sucker back up again. So it's a good thing my dark is just about done because I think my ink pen is running out of ink.
Well, that's not good.
I might have to see if I got another one. I think that's looking pretty good, right? All right. Novel experience, Barb. Yeah. Well, I actually got the vacuum out several times. I had company. Paper bits, Laura. Yeah, I get you. Well, he's not in his home base now, so I don't know. All right, and I think I should do a little bit around here.
I'm running out of paper, surprisingly.
Since that's kind of the center of the flower here. There we go. And I want to thicken this petal a little bit, I think. And I also have some other, what have I got out here? Not what I'm looking for. I think I need a little bit of turquoise color. Nope, not that one. Let's do a phthalo blue. Yeah, let's do a phthalo blue. If I can get that to come out. Just about at the bottom of this. This is a golden phthalo blue. Come on, there we go. Got a little bit. That should be enough. Because I want to take those leaf character things here and change them from the petal part just a little bit. So I'm going to do kind of a wash.
My friend probably doesn't want that medium on her ruler. Maybe she does. You never know.
Just to differentiate between these two leaf shapes here and the petals. A little bit. I think I want to, I've also got some Quin nickel azo, which is getting set up. So I'm going to add a little water. And I think I'm going to add some of that into the center of the floral.
Oops, what are you coming up for? Got some tissue paper with the right colors here and there, so I might just put some of it on there to fill up the rest of this. Oops. What you doing there, thingy?
Yeah. I think I'll lose some of that white.
piece over here that's sticking over the edge. Put some polka dots on there, just for fun. Because why not?
Why not? And
All right. The background is probably pretty backgrounded. Don't you think it's pretty backgrounded?
Pentel. Just want to outline this a little bit more. Make it stand out. So for that, the Pentel Pocket Brush is a great pen. Full of India ink.
Huh, I didn't see Braille on there.
Did you not use it on your
Well, I
gel
use it on
plate?
my plate, but I think that's kind of a cheat, so I'm going to use it a little bit more.
Okay. Might as
I'm just
well.
gonna Braille right on the page.
Might as well use it some more.
Yeah. Just to add a little bit more red, because I don't think I have enough red. Just feel like there should be a little bit more here and there. Sometimes it's fun to braille your page if you think that it's got too much color and not enough white space, or maybe you just want to blend together stuff. Like you think that it's too many lines differentiating everything. You might want to use your braille for that. Get some of this red off of here so that I can switch to a little bit of white, I think. Just a little bit.
So I think I'm going to use some metallics. I've got a Marby Blue metallic. Let's see if that'll show up on here or not. Possibly. Because it said something about dash.
Dash. Yeah, there is dash. Whoops. Oh, crap. Quick. Tore my paper. Got some acrylic on the table. Need to get that off right now. Naughty. Very naughty. Shouldn't do that. All right. I think I'm done.
Need my rag here. This is kind of wet. That blue isn't really showing up a lot. But it's enough. And I'm just adding a little bit of dash line work in this blue metallic.
What's next? Definitely got my background done.
Thanks, Barb.
Ink stamp monoprint brayer dark. Dark. Well, I pulled out a person. I thought I might put a person on my page today. And would she qualify as dark?
I
She's
don't know
got
why
black
not.
dress. She's got dark hair. She's got darker skin.
Oops.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hmm.
It's all up to your own interpretation, remember?
Well, I'm not meaning, I don't want to be insensitive and say that she's a dark person. She's probably very nice. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to offend anyone.
Well, she's probably, yeah. She didn't, it's not a Darth Vader. You didn't go to the dark side.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she went to the dark side, but she does look pretty edgy, She's cool and
Yeah,
edgy
she'd
and
be cool.
sexy. She's sexy. That's probably why I cut out her picture in the first place, because I thought she was
Go this way.
just a cool chick, way cooler than me.
Well, I don't know about all that.
She's cooler than me, trust me.
We'd be cool.
Yeah, but in a different way. She's,
Yeah. She's more fashion forward, not artsy trendy.
Yeah.
Like you find in those fashion catalog stuff.
Yeah, I think she came from a fashion magazine. Just judging from the paper.
Yeah.
She's definitely from something like that. She's got some tattoos. She's just cool. She's a cool chick. So I think she's going to go on my page, and she's going to have to qualify for dark, even though she's maybe not that dark. Because I don't have anything. I mean, I guess I could use dark.
She is. I mean, she's not a blonde.
Nope, she's not.
Okay, so I got the blue.
Come on,
Anything in
Cher.
a red? No, I don't have anything in a red.
Let's see what.
I guess I need Posca if I want red, huh?
Okay, Chicky. Let's get you stuck down. No, whoops. I'm rubbing some of the ink off of the magazine. I also had another thing that I grabbed. What was it? Oh yeah, this heart. I thought this heart was cool, so I think I'm going to give her some heart.
You gotta have heart. Okay, so I got red, I got my blue, or aqua, whatever it is. Got my dark, got my dashes.
Come on, let's not
Coming
wrinkle.
right along here.
Do that wrinkle thing, man. Oops.
So the only thing left on the Pick a Stick challenge is Write and Sponge, which are wild cards. I like the way this is going. So let's see. I've got a big need to dry that red before I smear it.
There's
I
some
got my stick there.
words from the magazine as well that I'm going to put on there. I really did clean up the paper quite a bit. Grr. It's coming out. This paper did not like me at all. But it's an art journal page. It's not going in the Louvre, so I'm not going to worry about it. The whole thing is kind of distressy anyways. It's a bit distressy.
Hey, Daisy. Hi. Thanks, Laura. They are vibrant, aren't they? And, you know, when you add the dark to the vibrant, it just makes it even, I'll use that word that Shell hates,
No!
more. So I was going to look for, let's see, let's look for a flower quote. Short one.
Come on. Come on.
They say they're short, but they're not. They're long. Well, let's go with
Okay. Let me get some of this excess off here. It just trimmed a little bit. I had a sanding block and sand it. But I didn't bring that. that I had. Here it is.
It's still a little bit big. It's just like,
All right. What do we think so far? We've got dark. Dash. Let's see. What can we do with dash? We can make some dashes. That's what we could do. Hopefully my pen will come to life. Come on. All right. So what if we just made some dashes around my words? Dashes like stitches, kind of. Dots and dashes, dashes and dots.
flowers don't tell, they show, and that's from a female by the name of Stephanie Skim.
There's some dashes, and then I can also do some around this little heart. Make it look kind of like it's stitched. Okay.
Oh, then I misspelled flowers. Where's my W? Jeez.
Speaking of flowers, I feel like my girl needs a flower. And she doesn't have a flower.
Wonder if I can get any of that off.
To bring some of that red back up there. How about if she had a stenciled flower in her hair?
Jeez.
I could,
Okay,
I
I
could do
wasn't paying attention.
you weren't paying attention?
Not when I was spelling.
Did you misspell?
Yeah, I left the W out of flowers.
Oh dear.
Not a good sign. All right, little more cleaning here. And we'll try it again. I didn't notice it until I started outlining. It's like, what?
Wait a minute. That's not right.
But this just goes to show you, you can still fix them. All right, let's try this again.
My hands are particularly messy today. Guess I'm just a mess. Okay, I think it's time for pin work now, or finishing. I think I've got all my elements on there. All the elements that are going to be on there are on there, and I think I'm going to use some other stuff. Maybe some of these things from this bag. I don't know what yet, but I'm going to get them all out.
Yeah.
Went a little crazy. I want this little thing to be sort of like this down here, so I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to it, and then a little bit of orange as well, so that it looks a lot like this, you know. And then these are the Stabilo. Well, that one is completely wrecked. How did I manage that? I don't have anything to fix it with either. I don't have my sharpener that goes to this. Gonna make her cheeks a little bit more red. These somehow got wet or something. Something very strange happened. They melted, kind of.
Hi, Ingrid. Oh, yeah. Got to make dinner for sure.
Sometimes people have to make dinner. Yes.
So I think I'm done with the Pick a Stick challenge. Let me see. I wrote. Oh, I haven't used a sponge. That's the only thing is a sponge. So what do I want to do with that? I think I'll take a little bit of white. A sponge. Oops.
Just adding a little bit of this turquoise crayon. I actually did use a sponge. I used a sponge to stencil that flower thing in her hair. And now I'm writing with this crayon, kind of, somewhere between writing and scribbling. So maybe I'm almost done too. How do you like them apples? You don't want turquoise on your skin, girly.
Sorry, guys, I had a little bit of a spill behind me, so had to clean it up. All right, so white and a sponge. And I have one of these little makeup sponges I'm going to use. And just, I think I'll just kind of dab around the edge with my sponge.
Good plan. I think I will finish this up with my white Posca pen. Where is it? I do wish I didn't have all this. I don't really have anything to fix it, I don't think, so it's just gonna have to stay that way. And get some white splatter. And no one will ever notice. All right.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Dunk that in the water. What did I do with that little rag? Here we go.
How do I feel about it?
All right.
Look at that one. What the heck happened to my things? Jesus. I almost feel like it should paint over her, but I don't think I really have time to do it.
phrase, Shell. Yeah, it's nice to have visitors for a change, isn't it, Ingrid? We've been so cautious for the last year in, just staying cloistered and not seeing anybody, and to actually be out and see people and talk to people, and it's really different. I'm gonna go meet with some of my cousins right after the show today, so it's been a long time coming.
Yeah. I'm slightly worried about meeting with my cousins because I'm not sure that they've all been vaccinated. I'm not sure. So I'm probably going to
At
wear a
least
mask.
you have been, so
Yeah, but I can't take that back.
no, you certainly can't take it back.
So I'll probably wear a mask and then I'll be like
Good idea.
the only one who's wearing one probably, but that's just going to have to be how it is.
Yeah. So we got through the whole thing here, did a sponge. So I did all 6 steps plus the 2 wild cards. We used red and aqua and completed the challenge.
Yes.
So that's pretty good. Take a picture here to post in the group.
Just fix up some of those areas where I caused a problem. That helps a little bit.
Sorry, I guess I didn't have my sound all the way off.
Okay, that's better. A little bit.
So something I want to tell you guys about, Shell and I are both doing the Artsy Second Sunday hops.
Yep.
Which will be coming this second Sunday. So check us out. I think they start at 9 Pacific, right?
No, 8. They start at 8 Pacific.
8 Pacific with
But we don't know who is going to be first.
okay.
She hasn't
So
posted it yet.
just use the hashtag Artsy Second Sunday.
Or just go to one of our channels because we have premieres.
Yeah, we'll have premieres and you'll be able to see, we'll have them, everybody listed in our description boxes. So you can just follow along. And it is a premiere. So, I mean, you'll be able to jump from one to the next. They're only 15 minutes a piece. So should be fun. If you got time on Sunday, come and join us.
Also, if there's still time to sign up for the Premier membership for our classroom
Oh, yeah.
until the end of the month. So don't forget, at the end of the month, it's going to be done.
And also remember, if you did sign up, because we still have some people out there that have signed up that have not joined the Facebook group yet, be sure and come over and join in the Facebook group.
guess I'm done. I'm done, because let's
Yep.
just make sure I got all the, what happened to my paper? Where my paper went. I was gonna look at all the steps, but I can't find my paper.
Well, here's the steps.
Ink used it, stamp used it, monoprint did it, braille, dark, dash, that was little dashes around my things. I also used a sponge to stencil with, and I also did, I did Mark's writing with maybe not actual writing, but I made marks, and I
Yep.
used aqua and red. So yes,
Yep.
I believe I'm done.
I believe we are both done. So we finished before time today, but we both got places to go and people to see, and that's
Yep.
okay. You can catch us again on Sunday, and be sure if you want to get into the class to go over and check out my website, which is pegarobinson.com, and join us.
Yes, join us. All right.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you again soon.
Bye-bye.